I'm hearing that this is a reading for someone with eyes that can see. Someone is saying, keep it, keep it. Okay. The gospel. You're telling somebody the truth and they don't want to hear it. They're throwing it back at you or throwing it in the trash. Like your words are falling on deaf ears almost. Um, all right. I'm seeing a porcupine. Like somebody has their defenses up. Somebody is being defensive or overly defensive. This could be a young person. This could be someone you're in a relationship with. Maybe someone who's younger than you. Maybe not as mature. Somebody is praying for a miracle right now. Something that has to do with a package or something being shipped. Receiving something on time. Okay. Something about dryness. The church recognizing. The church recognizing something. Okay, let me see. What's going on? Okay, so recognizing the confusion of the church or recognizing that people in the church are fighting for sanity as well. Almost like there's no place to go or refuge, like everybody's fighting. Recognizing that people in the church need help too. That is hard for everybody out here or something like this, but more specifically, some bitterness. Okay, maybe somebody grew up in the church and they had some negative opinion about it. I don't know why I'm just feeling like this is okay. I'm just feeling like a sense of humor almost. Like somebody is laughing at the idea of this being a godly situation, whatever they're going through, like almost wanting to walk out on their faith. And I feel like whoever it is, they forgot who they are and where they came from. So yeah, it's almost like a calling. Like somebody is being called to see again, like Paul or Saul was blinded, and then he had his mind turned around by Christ. Whereas he started off crucifying Christians, and then he ended up writing half the New Testament. Most of the New Testament is written by Paul. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, or this group of individuals who is sorting out their emotions and their feelings and faith in God, is starting to realize that they have everything they need to survive whatever situation they're going through. Once they stop depending on who need help and help them instead, you're no longer fighting against your enemies, you're loving your enemies, and that just solves all your problems instantly. So you don't have any emotional issues. Whoever I'm talking to, I feel like somebody was diagnosed with something, like because you were fighting. And as long as you continue fighting like the world fights, you're going to have issues, and people are going to notice these issues. But I'm talking to somebody who already has a background. Even if they didn't grow up in the church, they still have a relationship with God. They still know God's presence. And they're just not like the people around them. Like, I feel like this person knows who they are. That they know who they are. Nobody can tell you who you are, whoever I'm talking to. As for that diagnosis, or if this is someone else that was diagnosed, you know that it's just doctors or whoever doing their job. That, like, basically what I'm getting at, if you were acting out or throwing a tantrum, an adult or spiritual tantrum, somebody's going to diagnose you with something, but you know how to stand on your own 2 feet. It's just, I feel like this was just like there was a resistance here. But you're being called, you're waking up, your eyes are opening again, you're realizing hope, that you are the source. And so instantly you go from being in a position of lack to being the only one who is able to get people in your area or in your situation out. All right. So the love are really beautiful cards, really positive messages here. Even in reverse, I feel like you're able to turn the situation around. So I'm dealing with someone. I'm talking to someone who's very, very secure, even though there's no weakness. So I'm talking to someone who is not easily swayed. Um, this could be someone who's a student, maybe, maybe, yeah, maybe someone here is a medical who was diagnosed with some sort of mental illness. Maybe this is a mental illness that you were studying, and maybe you got a little too close to it, and you started to exhibit the symptoms. Or I'm just feeling like I'm hearing that someone was too close to the subject and ended up getting sucked in. So it's like you're doing a deep dive, and you're still working spiritually. So yeah, I feel like you might go through this phase of sickness